So reassembly again, 3 screws from this front here, like that. On the inside there you can see the switch here, and then just a linkage arm connects to the shaft, which comes here. So reassembly time, starting with the sleeve here. So good, we have a drawing. This should be like so, and then you have a washer on each side, like so, and then the circlip. So that's the thrust action. And then this goes in like so, with the long end here to the left. And then with these pins like so. And then when you, of course this is now, these are going in there, then when you then switch, you just, you know, operate it. There's this also that might be in need for replacement, but we didn't order that, so well, I had several tries on how to do this, but it's so cramped up in here, and then instead of fighting the spring here, you know, this would be ideally put together like so, and then inserted, and then insert the circlip over here. But instead of fighting the spring there, I need to rethink. I think a circlip first, and then insert, and then push this. So I compress the spring, push this, lock the saddle will be a better alternative. So I'll do that instead. Then afterwards I have to adjust this in situ then. It's only because when you insert it, the whole, the apron or the thickness here is not allowing me to insert these pins. Of course, because there is a spring there. So I came up with this arrangement instead. Having a bar here, just a piece that wedges between the headstock casting here, or the side here, and to the side of the spring there, so to speak. So when winding this up again, see here, this will then be forced out, compressing the spring, and I can just lock down the saddle, and this will give me at least a fighting chance to mount this here. Maybe that's how they did it, not sure. And starting with these approximately equal amount in from each side. This of course going into the wedge there. Now I have ample room at least. And now I've secured it so that it's protruding there, and then I have to also line this up so that it gets into the here before I insert it, at least before I completely mount it. I have to have a little bit of slack here, but I want to have them inside the holes that much, and then trying to center this piece. Just to do it visually, then I know when I'm centered how far these should go in. I want to have it snug also, because I think that was probably one of the errors that led to this, that these two pins, they slid on the hexagon bar. Yesterday I didn't have these, and then I also needed a new circlip, so, and I also needed to think about this over the, well, give it a little bit of thought. So now with the rod in place here, I can, this is snug, I can then tighten it until this is, come on, this is snug also. So yesterday I didn't have these screwdrivers. You see, this is okay. I have to have a little bit of slack because of the screws there, the tightening screw, the this also goes on top. So without these screwdrivers yesterday, I was at a loss of managing. You see, there, a little bit less, still slides, yes. We can see, and that might have been also the main cause of the error, really. I mean, now we have replaced all parts here, but it could be so easy that it's just a tightening of the inner screws here, that they loosened somehow. See? So now that we know how how this is functioning, we can also adjust. See, it's tight, and so that means when I do like that, it will slide very stiff. But then again, when we know this is how this is made, we can always then go back and adjust. I can oil it a little bit also. So reassembly of the bearings here, and I've oiled them. I mean, we used grease here also, but this is for oil. So let's see, this should go like so, top there. Then you have another one here on the outside. Sorry, here on the outside. We'll make a trial run of this also, not using the pins, just the screws here first, then we'll make a trial run to see how things function. So mechanically it's okay, crisp action and release. So let's take off the bracket and connect the switch and then see how it operates electrically. And I've oiled it now. Of course it's a little bit snug, but nothing more than this would be okay here. So having mounted the connection to the switch here, and everything together, we'll test it. Well, not everything. I still have the here and a plate here to mount, plus the pins that go in, and of course the end plate. Well, sort of functions. The sound you hear is just a belt. So I think we'll leave it to the mechanic to test it further. And just opening up again and inserting the pins. Okay. So now they found their orientation, and now we can snug this down tighten really. And lock nut. This guy. Here. So, finish repair. Switch is now functioning okay. This took me about, let's see, 6-7 hours to complete, of course. That also includes a lot of fumbling around, not knowing the best procedure. Not sure if I found the best procedure, but at least I found a good and working procedure. And the work was spread over 2 days, really. And then, of course, I needed a circlip, new circlip, and also then needed to think about the solution, how to relieve the spring tension to mount this together, the assembly under here. I found the trick here, as I said, with using this wedged in here. I think that was at least what made it for me. And yeah, and again, a bonus to the guys and girls at Weiler. It's a machine from 1970s, the Praktikant here. I mean, it's 50 years plus, almost, or let's say 50 years, and they still have and produce parts for this. I find this amazing. Okay.